Well, we pulled it off, guys.
I know, it's still hard to believe. We made that readers in 3 weeks' time, blocked it in 2 days, and performed it 4 times. And everyone seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah, it was great. But it was hard. I'm just glad we don't have to do it again.
Yeah, now we can just sit back, relax.
Oh, just so you guys know, we have to do another one by the end of the school year.
Oh, come on!
Wait, so does that mean we're doing a sequel?
I guess so.
We're doing a sequel!
We're back by popular demand.
Come on, everybody, strike up the band.
We're doing a sequel!
And so we'll all take a look
At a new fantastic coming-of-age teenager book. Hey, we're doing a good book this time? That's awesome.
But where can we find a good book?
Hey, wait a second. I found these teenage girl books in a dumpster out back.
That works too.
We're doing a sequel!
And so we'll all take a look at another crappy, sappy female teenager book.
We're doing a sequel!
Another thing to exploit.
The production value $0, so what's really the point?
We now present
Mate States and
inflatable bras.
Sleepover Secret.
Now, many of you may be wondering why we didn't continue the Tyger series.
In our defense, we attempted it, but upon reading the first page of Tyger 3, we lapsed into a literary disaster-induced coma.
So, to give you all a taste of the horror, Jonah will read the first page of Tyger 3 while we stand very far away.
Prologue. Someone hadn't made it into the lockdown. Tegan didn't know the girl Kyle was holding on the floor by her hair. She was screaming and twisting, trying to get away. Kyle tickled her belly with his claws. I've been waiting for you, T. Finn reached for his knife that wasn't there. Abby whirled and grabbed a whole bucket of flatware from the salad bar. Dumpster boy, she shouted and threw the whole thing at Finn. The flatware spilled out of it as it tumbled. Finn snatched the spoon out of the air and his hand flicked towards Kyle. The spoon seemed to blossom from the dent at the base of the highborn's neck, even as the rest of the flatware rained to the floor. Kyle let go of the hostage's hair to grab the spoon with both hands, but before he could pull it out, Angel had the girl, and then Leo was right against the highborn's neck. It was only when Kyle arched that Tegan realized that Leo had a knife in his hand. Kyle went down so violently that the knife was pulled from Leo's grip. The girl he'd been holding ran screaming from the room. Leo stepped back. When you get to hell, tell them Leo Gagliano sent you. Tegan felt the tears welling in her eyes as she stared at Kyle's motionless form. T, Finn answered as she walked past him. Don't cry. 2 worlds are better off without Kyle in them.
Stop. I'm getting sick.
Thank you.
Okay,
Can we burn that later?
let's have a bit of background before we begin. These books were written by a British author by the name of Kathy Hawkins.
She made a grand total of 16 of these books, even though no one asked for any subsequent iteration after the first one.
The titles range from Diamond Destiny to Soul Survivors.
And I know many of you are going to ask, why would you choose a book written specifically for teenage girls to read in the first place? Well, that's really simple. Part 1. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Hello there, my name is Lucy, in case you didn't know from that musical introduction already. I'm the 4'8.5" cute little British girl.
Actually, in my book, it says she's vaguely Scottish.
Hello there!
You know what? Forget I said anything.
Anyway, I live with my mum, dad, and my 2 brothers, Lal and Steve, or something like that.
The story starts with Mrs. Wacko.
Why is she called that?
Well...
Okay, class, get over here and go over your career choices.
Oh no, I don't know why they're already asking what we're gonna be when we grow up. I'm only like 14.
So Lucy heads home after school.
Wait, does she find out what she wants to be in the end?
Oh, you'll find out soon.
You're probably not going to say what it was like last time.
Anyway, she's invited to a party and a movie with her best friends Izzy and Nesta.
This is going to be the best night and nothing is going to ruin it.
Except everything about her!
And by that he means...
Abby, get out of here! We told you we're not doing another Tyger.
Oh.
Well, Lucy is too short to go to the movies.
That makes no sense!
I know, right?
But we can try to go to the party.
But they can't go to the party because...
Oh! Is it because Lucy's too short?
No. Worse. She isn't dressed good enough to party.
Wait, why didn't Izzy and Nesta just go to the party?
Because that would be bad friendship, which is going to contradict what happens next in the story. Lucy rides by a school and sees an attractive gentleman. He falls in love at first sight. After about a week of trying to wait and see if he goes to the coffee shop, she finds out his name is Tony.
Perfect. You look cute.
Oh yes, I'm going to get a bootylicious boyfriend.
But she doesn't know that Tony is Nesta's brother.
Oh no, my dreams have been crushed by my best friend.
Then she blocks Nesta out of her life.
Why? Nesta didn't even do anything.
Lucy doesn't want Nesta to know that she has the hots for her brother. Then a few days later, she separates herself from Izzy as well.
This is getting out of hand.
That's only the beginning. She wants to apologize to her friends, but she can't think of anything, so she asks her mom, Mom, what things can I give to my friends to make up for my bad behavior?
Why didn't you give them a healthy present, like 0-calorie shakes?
Because, Mom, I want to give them something that lasts. Not like tofu hamburgers.
I didn't know what to do. And by the way, I have these fancy cloths from your grandmother.
That's it! I'll make Izzy and Nesta some pretty dresses.
Sure, fine. If you'll excuse me, I have to be the healthiest person on the planet.
Lucy gets back with her friends and they live happily ever after.
Really? That was short. But, yeah, like Lucy's height?
Oh, shut up! She's happy till one day she wants to get a free haircut from the local college.
Hi there, what would you like to have?
I want my hair to be just a little shorter.
Sure, but I have to meet a friend in about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to ignore everything you just said and speed through this.
She then cuts Lucy's hair really short and uneven.
Oh God, what have you done?
I'm sorry! Not really. Would you like to go back and get another haircut?
Sure, I'd love to have the same person who cut my hair poorly to cut it again.
She leaves only to meet with Izzy and Nesta at school.
Gee, what happened to your face?
Thanks.
You guys want to come with me after school to try on bras?
A little bit out of nowhere, but okay.
Speaking of bras, you might want to read up on these magazines.
Why? What are they about?
Girl things.
Oh.
Also, take these eggs. They represent a baby. You must take care of them for a week. Oh, I need to know your career choices by the time the eggs are due.
Great! I don't even know what they want to be.
Guys, I broke my egg on my pants.
LOL.
What does that mean?
I don't know, it's like the 80s.
So, they leave to try on bras, but the bras Lucy tries on are too big, and then she starts to bawl.
Oh, it's just a bra. Stop crying.
No, my hair looks horrible. I'm really short. These bras are too big, and I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
Then runs home and cries away all her dreams. Lucy, your friends are here to see you.
Tell them to go away.
Okay, sure, going in.
Sorry about what happened at the store. We got you a present, though.
What is it?
It's an inflatable bra, just your size.
There goes the name of the book.
Thank you, guys. I have something for you. It's just some dresses.
Oh my gosh, we look fabulous!
Wow, you should be a clothes designer.
Wow, I never thought of that. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Oh, and I'm also in love with your brother.
Okay.
That's how it ends?
Not exactly. Lucy meets up with Tony. He calls her cute again. A bully makes fun of Lucy's hair. Nesta scares the bully and her posse off. And Lucy and Nesta become best friends again. The moral of the story, inflatable bras continue to plot and make good titles and climaxes.
That book seems terrible.
Oh, now I'd like to know if you have something better.
Yeah, I hope it's better than his.
Relax, it is.
Really?
No.
End of part 1.
Part 2.
Cellular Psychopath.
Hello, you lot. The name's Izzy. You know, that girl who was in a few scenes earlier. Well, Kathy Hopkins decided to let me narrate the next book because consistency is for Nimrods. My parents are divorced, so I live with my mom and her new husband, Angus.
Boy.
We start my story with my stepsister's wedding. I was forced to wear this horrid dress, so to compensate, I dyed my hair green.
Izzy, you are an idiot.
Shut up, Nesta. I needed to be an edgier character, so I had to do this.
This wouldn't have happened if I was still the main character.
Will you guys relax? It's not like my mom's gonna flip out or anything.
Izzy, are you flipping out or anything? Why would you do that?
That's actually a good question.
There's no way you can go to the wedding looking like that.
Yes, she does go. This opens the biggest flaw with this book.
Probably the biggest plot point, and I use that term very loosely, is the conflict between Izzy and her mother. It's basically what you would expect from an extremely uninspired mother-daughter relationship. The main problem is it has no logical progression, so they go from hating each other to liking each other to hating again. It's interminable.
So after the wedding, Izzy gets all the hair dye out of her hair and goes shopping with her mates.
Isn't that extremely stereotypical?
Oh, shoes!
Never mind.
Guys, I think now is a good enough time to claim that I will never love a man in my life. Boys are too icky, too stupid, and too...
Hey there.
Okay, now I realize we are the living embodiment of our stereotype.
Can I help you find anything today?
Yeah?
All you can say.
This goes on for a while, so to give the audience a break, we'll just cut to the point.
My name is Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Can I have your number?
Yes, you may.
Sweet.
Then she goes home and waits anxiously for his call.
He doesn't call the same night, though, making Izzy very unsettled.
Why isn't he calling? He should be calling. I give him my number. Maybe I lost it. Maybe he wrote it down. Maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe I'm too fat. Maybe he doesn't like my teeth. Maybe he doesn't respect my political views. Izzy, calm down. I'm calm. Who's not calm? I don't have a problem.
Izzy, you gave him your number 4 minutes ago.
Exactly. That's like 240 seconds.
You girls have some real relationship issues.
What do you mean?
You're going deranged over a boy you met buying candles of all things, and Lucy here is still making googly eyes at my brother.
Hey, at least my obsession worked.
What?
Tony and I are dating now.
See, Nesta, insanity can lead to good things.
Whatever. I'm just glad I haven't narrated one of these stories yet.
Don't worry, your time will come.
Shut up.
2 weeks go by and Mark still hasn't replied. She did run into him on the street one day and he explained why he couldn't call, but he's a boy and all boys are lying when they say stuff to you, right?
She refuses to leave her room until he calls, not even coming out for meals. To pass the extremely wasted time, she decides it is a good idea to give herself a haircut.
To all girls out there, if you know you're on the verge of a mental breakdown, don't lock yourself in the bathroom with a pair of scissors.
What could possibly go wrong?
Snip.
I have never regretted a decision this easily. Just fine, Mom.
Is he? Oh Lord, what happened to you?
I like it when my hair looks like crap. I thought you would pick up on that from the wedding.
Normally with stories like this, you would expect the mother and daughter to yell at each other, and the daughter go on an inner monologue rant of how she is so misunderstood. But that's actually not what happens.
Izzy's mother actually helps her fix her hair so it can look good. She doesn't even get the slightest bit angry with her. She just does all she can so her daughter doesn't have to go through that problem. And in response to this great, selfless act, Izzy replies,
Whatever.
What the heck, Izzy?
That is exactly what happens in the book. Izzy is just a terrible person.
Let's just move on. Eventually, Mark does call, and they go out on a date.
Do they kiss?
Yes, they do snog.
And was the kiss, dare I say, cosmic?
No, it wasn't. Izzy described it as okay in the book. The literal were only tied to the title, and they just messed the whole thing up. There was even a chapter called Cosmic Kisses, which is really stupid in and of itself, but they didn't even kiss in that chapter. They kissed in the chapter after that.
Hey, breathe, man. It's just a title. It's gonna be stupid. Don't freak out like last time.
Does anything else noteworthy happen?
Well, Lucy confronts Izzy about her problem with Tony.
Hey, Izzy, I have a problem. Tony's just saying me to get me in bed.
Well, looks like we just lost the PG rating.
Did you try breaking up with him?
I didn't think of that, actually.
Lucy, I've learned a lot in the past few weeks about boys. They are terrible creatures that can't be trusted.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mark hasn't called in a while, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't! But I've decided that I don't need him anymore.
I give him 11 minutes.
Oh, shut up.
Wait, Izzy actually has a breakthrough? Does she actually decide to let Mark go?
Well, yes and no. She has that mindset for the time being, then Mark calls again, says nothing, and then it's time for the big end-of-semester dance.
She doesn't invite Mark, though.
Oh.
She leaves him standing alone in the middle of the dance floor, even though they're technically still going out, and goes off to flirt with a cute-looking singer who she said was a jerk early in the book. The book ends, and the reader is left to think about how all the time could have been used for anything else.
Wow, that was terrible.
The worst thing is having to carry around a hot pink book with kissy faces on it for 2 weeks.
Well, mine had an inflatable bra.
Alright, you win. Well, it's your turn, Betty.
Show them what you're made of.
Okay, let's get this over with.
End of part 2. Part 3. Who the heck publishes these?
Hey there, I'm TJ. I just moved in because I guess all lifeless protagonists eventually moved to England. I'm from America, though, so at least I get the novelty of being foreign to push my character along.
Fun.
TJ, what kind of name is that?
It's my kind of name.
Whatever. It's time to ostracize you because you're different.
Fun.
I can't believe the boys beat us at soccer!
You mean football?
Shut your mouth.
He then challenges the leader of the boys, Will, to arm wrestling.
Fighting prejudice like a leper with a stick.
I'm gonna beat you in arm wrestling, TJ.
Not if terrible storytelling has anything to do with it.
Ah! No way! You use cliches against me!
Sue me.
TJ goes through a lot, meeting up with her brother and missing her friends, until she emails her friend Hannah.
Email? In Europe? What is this, the future? Hi, Hannah. Miss you loads. Mom says I can get a dog. We are all very bland and underdeveloped here in Europe. Here's some funny book titles for no reason. Modern Giants by Humongous. Medical hosiery by Serge Icklestockings. Confucius say, man with no front garden look forlorn. Yes, that's what it says in the book. The following is exactly what is written by Hannah in the book.
Hasta banana, baby. Missed you too, mega loony. Things about boys and beach puns. Book titles? Let me think, okay. Pain in the Neck by Laryngitis. Ha 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 ha. Ciao Bambino. Love you mucho, mucho. Hannah. Computers say, who say I say all those things they say I say. Arf, arf.
That was painful.
Then Lucy invites her to a sleepover.
That's the name.
Yes, there's a lot to offer in this title-dropping chapters department in these books.
Yay.
Oh, TJ, come on in.
Fair enough.
Uh-oh, here come my dogs Ben and Jerry. Down, boys.
Pretty sure I want to kill Kathy Hopkins.
Would you like some cranberry or apple juice?
Cranberry, please.
Is that significant to the story?
No.
Then why'd you put it in our readers?
I like cranberry juice.
TJ then fixes Steve's computer. Okay, did you put anything worthwhile in this part?
Yeah, there's nothing that connects to a functioning plot or a good story.
Well, the book never does that either. I'm doing my best.
Then Nesta shows up.
Aye.
Then they all share secrets and giggle.
And then they all die in a car crash.
What?
Is that really how it ends?
Might as well be.
Series in a nutshell.
That's really how we're leaving it?
Yep, now we can go kill ourselves!
Okay, these books were terrible.
Beyond terrible.
They were uninspired.
Degrading.
Monotonous.
Humiliating.
Lacking in any creative integrity.
And, let's face it, they were an absolute joy compared to Tyger.
Pound it down.
I mean, I guess the books had subtle hints of heart in them.
From my experience, the plot points were fair enough. It was just the characters were too bland to carry them along.
I guess the book reading experience is a matter of perspective. We probably wouldn't have liked it all before we read that Traversity. But with great quotes like, that Leonardo DiCaprio with olive skin is so gorgiosimo.
That's alright for her. She'd look fab in a trash bag.
At a party and the lights go off, just go to the nearest corner and shout, I am a Catholic!
Yes, he said
So, what do we rate the book?
How about a 4?
Alright, now what?
Want to end with a song again?
That's perfect! I thought it was the end, but no, my friends, this is when we get to do it all again.
Cases no, we got another go to show that we can do it all again. We finished the sequel. It was kinda lame.
I think we're insane.
Let's never do this again. So
was made tapes with the dates and the mates. That was made.